Nebraska's TGIF, the weekend is here, and it will be another great weekend in sports in the interior. Thanks for joining me, but before we get the weekend rolling, let's get to today's Sportscast. First, tonight we recap some games from some very good high school basketball teams who are away participating in the holiday break tournaments. In boys basketball, the Monroe Catholic Rams, they win again. Their last game before last night was a 70-40 win over West Valley. It was a low-scoring game, but the margin was still the same for the Rams, who were in Anchorage, taking on Houston in the Cougar tip-off tournament at Service High School. The final was 44-14, a big defensive effort by Monroe, shutting out Houston in the third quarter and allowing just 7 points in both halves. The Rams were led by Scooter Bynum, who scored 13 points. Next for the Rams is Eagle River. Other teams in the Cougar tip-off tournament are Palmer, Service, and Seward. The North Pole Patriots girls basketball team was also on the court last night. They started their season very well, winning 2 out of 3, their latest victory over the Nikiski Bulldogs. After a sluggish start, understandably due to the 500-mile trip to the Kenai Central High School gym, the Patriots woke up and got their second win in the second half. The Patriots muzzled the Bulldogs in a 57-37 win. Senior Reagan Smothers had a game. A season-high 21 points and 4 steals for North Pole. Miss dependable Josie Broderick notched her first double-double of the season with 13 points and 10 boards. But the Patriots were led in the second half by sophomore Willow Stewart, who hit 15 points. Willow caught fire going on a solo quarter. The Patriots are 2-1 to start the season. They face the Kenai Cardinals and the Soldotna Stars on Saturday. Challenge. Now we go up the hill for some college basketball. After the student athletes finish their final exams, the Naniks men's and women's teams will have doubleheaders this Monday and Tuesday to close out 2012. The men host Multnomah, the Lions, who are 6-9 coming in. They have 3 players averaging double figures, but they're led by junior guard Austin Hodges at 21 points per game. One of the things that the Naniks have to shore up is their 3-point defense. The Naniks are dead last in the GNAC, allowing opponents to shoot 42% from the outside, including 77 made 3-point shots. With 9 games in and a game above 500, the Naniks have been able to get their chemistry together on both sides of the ball with their time off from the floor.
Has been an emphasis during these 2 weeks. Obviously, we need a little bit more ball pressure, and we need to jump to the ball a little bit better on the pass. So that's kind of been our emphasis the last 2 weeks.
We're learning a lot about what we can do when we're playing well, but also how bad it could be, if we're not playing well. So we're learning our weaknesses and our strengths for sure. And, once you figure that out, it's easier to eliminate the weaknesses and, capitalize on your strength.
On the women's side, it's been a tough start for the winless Naniks. Now at 0-7, they will host Dallas Christian College of the National Christian College Athletic Association. The Crusaders are a team that is 1-11 this year. They're led by 2 players averaging about 11 points per game, but junior Jesselyn Flowers is one of their key players. Flowers grabs 11.8 rebounds a game, that's second in the NCCAA, and 2.3 steals per game. So, of course, rebounding will be big, but it will be the little things like boxing out, among other things, that the Naniks have been working on during their time off that they feel will be the difference in their last games of 2012.
We've been working on really utilizing the shot clock, being shot ready, the little things playing fundamental. So I think those will be our biggest attributes in these games, is really doing what we do.
Oh man, the little things are every part of what we're trying to do here. And I think that when we pay a lot of attention to detail, the time, the shot, the footwork, they get better shots and they feel better about what they're shooting. And we're keeping track of a lot of the scores and the shots that we take during practice. So it's competitive, so that they're always feeling the thrill of winning, or man, what can they do better? So at the end of the day, the little things are what we've emphasized since we've been practicing these last 2 weeks.
Remember, the Ice Dogs are back home in the Big Dipper this weekend facing the Kenai Brown Bears. Also, it's a rivalry weekend with Lathrop and West Valley facing off in hockey at the Patty on Friday and taking it to the mat in wrestling on Saturday at West Valley. And that'll do it for sports this Friday night. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. New videos are up on our YouTube channel. KTVF 11 Sports has highlights from the Effie Cochran Thanksgiving Holiday Tournament all the way up to this week's interior sports action. So log on and watch. And for all your sports updates, follow at KTVF 11 Sports and myself at KTVF Joe Cook. Stay cool, Alaska. My man Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next. We'll catch you next time.